Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and I'm so grateful that you have joined me today. We continue our series on getting to know ourselves, which I expect will last probably through the month of February, and then we'll see where Spirit leads us next. So I will get off camera here so we can get into our meditation. And as I am, just take a nice deep breath. Let's begin with our 3 nice, really deep breaths. Allowing each breath to become a little deeper. So breathe in, fill up your belly. Hold it for a second and then breathe in again, a little more deeply, a little more slowly. Release it more slowly. And now take the biggest breath you've taken all day. Fill up your lungs all the way down. And fill up the lungs in your chest too. Just let it all fill up. Hold it for a second and then blow it out through your mouth. Releasing, letting go. And so that we can get into the heart of our meditation more quickly, let's do a quick relaxation of our bodies. So I invite you to just tense up your whole body. Just feel your whole body just getting tight. Tighten up your feet, your lower legs, your knees, your upper legs. Maybe squeeze your legs together. Clench your fists. Pull your arms close to your body. Pull your abs in, your back in. Your pelvic floor up. Tighten up your neck. Pull your shoulders up to your ears. Tighten up your face for 1 beat. And then let it all go. Relax your toes, your feet, your legs, your pelvic floor, your pelvis, your entire torso, your hands, your wrists, your arms, your shoulders. Allow your head to get a little, or your head, allow your neck to get a little longer. Looks like I'm already getting zenned out. So last week we talked about the 17 seconds and the visualization technique of visualizing something that you want for 17 seconds. And I shared that I had been doing it for a few days, and one of my intentions is to drop some weight. And so I had been practicing it for a little less than a week, and I had dropped 2 pounds. I was pretty proud of that. And as life would happen, as these things go, life got in the way, and I continued my visualization, but I brought the 2 pounds back on, and I feel like there is an awareness that we are invited to through my experience. So let's first do the 17 seconds, and if you haven't been practicing it, I'll share it briefly. It's if you hold the energy of something that your heart desires or something that you want to manifest. If you hold it in your mind, picture it in your mind so that you feel the energy of it. You feel the joy or the peace that will happen when you manifest it, when it becomes real. If you do that for 17 seconds, 4 times a day, you will create that energy around you that will draw that experience to you. And I have had experience with affirmations, the same thing. So before I tell that story, I'll give 5-10 seconds to think about what it is that you would like to manifest. And now think about what that would look like. Or if you have a memory of having it in the past, picture that and the joy or the peace around that memory. Get a clear picture in your mind, and then let's begin. And how I know that affirmations and visualizations work is about 20 years ago. I was at my financial lowest point, and I really, not only did I want to make more money, I needed to make more money. So I began saying this affirmation that started with, I am one with the infinite riches of my subconscious mind, and there were 3 or 4 more sentences. And I would wake up in the morning and I would say that to myself, either in my mind or out loud. I printed it out and I put it by my computer at work, and I put it on my mirror, and I just constantly held that thought in mind. And I started that in the spring, and by fall I got a job making more money than I'd ever made in my life, and within a couple months I got a $10,000 a year raise. And I know that part of that process was my accepting it, my believing that it could be mine, feeling worthy. And I think worthiness, let's do an experiment. Instead of focusing on what, or reasons why we may feel unworthy, or what, is behind our feelings of unworthiness, let's instead focus on things we love about ourselves, things that prove to us that we are worthy, things that are manifest, that exhibit our worthiness. Because let's create the energy field of worthiness. I feel like this experience that I had was to guide me along the process so that we can walk this road together, to focus on what's good. What you focus on increases. So when we focus on what's going well, we bring more of that into our lives. And I think that feelings of unworthy, so when we picture something and then we don't really feel like we deserve it, then part of us, somewhere deep inside us, we cancel it, or we test it, like, do I really deserve that? So instead of trying to get ourselves to stop canceling it and, work on those feelings of unworthiness, Spirit is guiding us to do the opposite. So I invite you to think about one of your best traits. Are you loving? Are you kind? Are you truthful? And let's just spend 17 seconds focusing on that, what you consider one of your best traits. And you may be thinking, I don't need to focus on that, that's already who I am. And yet what I understand is the more we focus on the good that we have, the more good we draw in. Even if we feel like we've got this and it's already ours. And now let's shift back to what it is that we'd like to manifest, and spend 17 seconds just picturing the wonderful outworking of that. See it coming to fruition. And we know that we are infinite beings having a human experience. And so our infinite beings, we know already, are infinitely worthy. We don't need to convince ourselves of that. We know it to be true. And if you feel any doubt about that, just relax, because when you relax into your knowingness. You relax into your infinite self. And we bless all of the experiences we've had so far. Every person who taught us, who didn't quite understand, the law of attraction. Every person who, said things for us for our own good. We bless them, and we know that they were, living out their own truth and their own understanding of the world, just as we are. So what we're doing this year is we are trying new things. We are going to focus on the wonderful things about us. We are going to focus on what we would like to manifest, whether it's something we really need, like the finances that I really needed 20 years ago, or whether it's something we really want, like, I don't know, whatever. It could be a new car, whatever it is that you want. You don't owe anybody any explanations for wanting a new purse or, a pedicure or world peace, whatever it is. There's no desire that is superior to another. There's no person who is superior to another. Your infinite self is whole and perfect, exactly as it is, as you are, and you are one with the one presence and the one power. It is you. There's no place where it stops and you start, or you stop and it starts. It is the nucleus of each of your cells. So let's think of something else about ourselves. Something that makes us happy, that makes us smile. Just hold that image for the next 17 seconds. And know that what we focus on increases. And so we have this experiment, which is we are going to focus on the wonderful things about us, and we are going to focus on what our hearts desire. And we're just going to choose one to make it simple. And we trust that the one presence and the one power moving in, through, and as us is shifting whatever inside us needs to be shifted. It's releasing any sense of unworthiness, any sense of impossibility. It's releasing all that. We don't have to make it happen. We don't have to control it. Remember last week we talked about we don't have to figure out how. We just focus on our heart's desire and allow the universe to create the roadmap. And when we see the roadmap, we take the turns as we are guided, but we don't have to draw the map. Relax into knowing that the map is being drawn for you right now. Let's hold on to that idea that the universe is now working for you in every area of your life. The universe is working for you, in you, through you, as you. I invite you to bless your human self, your human experience. And trust. Let go. And so I suggest that in the next week you hold 2 thoughts at different times for the 17 seconds, at least 4 times a day. One of them is just a positive, loving thought toward yourself. And if you're having trouble thinking of yourself in the present day, picture yourself as a precious, precious baby. And just hold the love for that baby. And then the next 17 seconds is picturing how happy you're going to be when you manifest your heart's desire. Maybe picture yourself doing a happy dance. Take a deep breath and bring your attention back to this now moment. Slowly, slowly bring your attention back to the present. Remember what a beautiful, precious soul you are, one with all that is. And remember that the infinite presence moving in, through, and as me honors and recognizes and sends unconditional love to the infinite presence moving in, through, and as you. Namaste.